Hey everybody, it's me, Jacob. I know that, I haven't been on here for a while. I was not really feeling this season of All Stars after the top 5 episode, after Lala left. And I really just didn't want to make any videos about things. They would just be me ranting and complaining throughout the entire episode. What I do have to say is congratulations to Jimbo and Lala who won the season and the Fame Games respectively. And if you think that's a spoiler, the episode has been out for 2 days, so I can't really fault you for that. No, I can because the strike that, reverse it. Um, I remember when this cast was announced, and sorry, there was like a little fly there. Um, and I just was like, this is a good cast. Jimbo is a standout here. She's probably going to do really well. Um, and instead of doing a recap of the last 4 episodes that I didn't record, I'd instead like to go through a retrospective about what I think about this season, and also sort of review it my way. Um, do each episode and say, well, this is who I thought should have been in the top, and get to a finale that I think would have been serviceable for everybody in the Drag Race fandom. But before all that, before I go off on my little tangent, let's talk about production, because this was a little bit all over the place. So I think that with Lip Sync Assassins, you have to have a person who can theoretically be an assassin. Now, was that necessarily what we got with this twist? No. We got a lot of queens that did really well in their lip syncs, and also some queens, another fly, same fly, different story. Um, a lot of queens that did really well in their lip syncs, and then others who had lost every single lip sync that they did going up against these guys. Um, that isn't necessarily true. I think the prerequisite of being a lip sync assassin is that you had to have at least one either challenge win or one lip sync win. So you'd get that with Jasmine Kennedy, with Jessica Wilde. Jessica Wilde was really the turning point, but would I say that everybody was an assassin? No. But do I think that um, that the twist was fun while it lasted? Yeah. I think every 3 years we need to switch up what we're doing with All Stars. I think that once it goes out of the window, um, and I think that this new season 9 format is probably going to stay for a lot longer than 3 years, which I don't mind. I think that this is a good idea. Not having any eliminations is sort of a good idea. But I would like to see it taken further by either doing, eliminations later in the season, like have it be non elimination up until a certain point. Um, but who knows? So, my cat is down here. Let's talk about season 8. So, when the cast is announced, and the promo theme is dropped, and it is old Hollywood Met Gala realness. Immediately, the internet went into a storm of what they liked, what they didn't like. I posted a review, and Darian Lake got the top toot of the week from me for her promo. It was my favorite, and I still stand by that. Darian Lake had a runway package that was not the best runway package. I still think that Jimbo delivered, but I think that Darian had one of the best runway packages of the entire season. Except for that finale look, that I didn't like that. But besides all of that, I think Darian did a very 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 good job with runways, because runways were something that she struggled with throughout season 6. In fact, if I could just take a minute and talk about not each of the competitors, but some positive things. Darian really, with this Fame Games twist, she got to show her runways, and they were exquisite. Mrs. Kasha Davis hit and miss, but I think that Mrs. Kasha Davis also got sort of a new fan base. Um, James Mansfield got to show off way more than she ever did on her original season, as did Kahana. Was all of it good? No, but Kahana still slayed the shit out of All Stars season 8. If we're talking about being on there for a while. Um, let's I know it's only been 5 minutes, but I do want to get into my version of All Stars 8, because I think that this is something that is monumental. So, episode 1, we ditch the famous then, famous now challenge. And we're going to put that at the end with the Fame Games. The Fame Games, fame is the game on that episode. There's still going to be 12 episodes. However, there's going to be a top 4. And I'm going to tell you how we're going to get to it. So, episode 1. We have money, success, fame, and glamour. Mrs. Kasha Davis wins the mini challenge. That was the reading challenge. Even though I know that it was at the end and it was this thing, I still think that she probably would have had the strongest reads. So I'm going to give it to Mrs. Kasha Davis. Don't at me. The challenge is the money, success, fame, glamour. Girl groups are exactly the same. And the winner of the maxi challenge is Kahana Montrese. Do I necessarily agree? No, I think that Lala should have won it, but who am I to fault Kahana also for doing a really good job? So Kahana is going to be the top All-Star of the Week, and Lala, and I also put Mrs. Kasha Davis as high, because I feel like they were both really, really good at what they did. Low placement this week will go to James Mansfield. We're not going to have a top 4 high bullshit, anything like that. That's stupid. And the reason I put James Mansfield as low is because of what happened behind the scenes. Apparently she cried and wanted to go home and was just a pain to be around and forgot some of the lyrics. So I'm going to put her as low here, but she doesn't get put in the bottom because that would have been an immediate out. So Mrs. Kasha Darian Lake and Monica Beverly Hills are the bottom 2 of the week, and Monica Beverly Hills is going to go home. Aja is the lip sync assassin. They lip sync to Freakum Dress by Beyonce, and Aja wins and reveals that they have chosen that the group has voted for Monica Beverly Hills to get the job. Next episode, RDR Live. Now, Jimbo won this challenge. She's not going to win it here. In fact, Jimbo is safe. The top queen of the week is going to be Mrs. Kasha Davis, with Heidi in Closet and James as high. I really don't know how to really it would be a disservice to not give it to Mrs. Kasha Davis and put Heidi as high. But I also don't really know how to judge Darian and Alexis's performances. They were the best, but I don't want to put them as high. But I also don't think that James deserves to be high. So what I'm going to do is, this is the only opportunity of a top 4. Darian and Alexis are both high. And plus, Darian had a really good runway this episode, so it was Net Gala, I think. And the bottom 2 are still the same. Naysha and Kahana. Candy is low, because I feel as though Candy Muse's outfit, in fact, Darian is high. Alex goes back there. I think Candy's outfit was just not as good as all of the others. So she gets placed as low, and the bottom 2 are Kahana and Naysha Lopez. And Mrs. Kasha Davis voted for, I think, Kahana Montrese. But she doesn't win the lip sync to Jasmine Master. No, we're not putting Jasmine Masters on there. Jasmine Kennedy's Hallucinate. No, what did I put? Nope, it's Chanel and Bad Reputation. Um, Honestly, I do think that she might have won this lip sync, but for plot purposes, Kahana's not going home. So in this section, Naisha goes home because I just think that's just how it's gonna have to be. Because we don't really have anything to go off of with Naisha. So Mrs. Kasha Davis wins the lip sync, but Naisha goes home. Plus, I think that this would just be a good sign. So the next episode, Jessica wins, and Mrs. Kasha Davis goes home. But Darian, Lake, and Candy Muse are the bottom three. Candy is low because I didn't like any of her looks. I just didn't. And if we really want to get into it, Jimbo could also have been down there because I didn't like any of her looks either. Um, but I'm not going to put her down there just because. So Jessica is a winner, and I'm going to put Kahana and Heidi as the high placements. Mrs. Kasha Davis gets eliminated. Raja, Coconuts, all that happens. Episode 4. Bottom 3 are Darian, Alexis, and James. Darian's going to go home here. Heidi in Closet wins the Maxi Challenge. Because I didn't like the Best Friends Forever skit. I didn't think it was bad, but I also didn't think it was good. And the fact that everybody gassed Jimbo up like she was the funniest thing on the planet, I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like that. Sorry, I don't. So you're safe for me. I mean, I'm not gonna put all three of them in the bottom, but they're just safe. Um, so Lala Ree and Kahana are high, and we have the hallucinate lip sync between Heidi in Closet and Jasmine Kennedy, and I think Jasmine would still win, and she would reveal that they voted to vote Darian off. Next is Snatch Game. Jimbo wins. Pangina is the lip sync assassin to She Bop by Cyndi Lauper. James and Alexis are high. Low placements this week is going to go to Heidi. And because Heidi has a win, she's not going to quit. So Kahana and Jessica are the bottom 2. And because Jessica was better at Snatch Game than Kahana was, they all vote out Kahana. So Kahana's going home, which is fine by me. I don't care. So she goes home. And the next episode is Joan the Rusical. Heidi obviously is going to take Kahana's place as Hollywood starlet Joan. And I think that she would be in the bottom with Jimbo. Now, does Candy play fair? Absolutely. The only reason that Candy plays fair, she's in the top this week. High placements are Jessica and Lala Ree and Alexis. I mean, all of them get critiqued, so all of them. And low placement is James. I just like James's song a little bit more. She plays it really fair because instead of trying to get Jimbo out like she said that she was going to do, because that would put a big target on her back, she's going to vote out Heidi because Heidi caught her in her little mind games, lie shit, and bye-bye Heidi in Closet. So Heidi gets knocked out at top 7. Next is the top 6's Forensic Challenge. Gross. I don't like it. Jimbo is low this week. Both James and Alexis are bottom 2. Lala re-wins and sends home James Mansfield. And that means the high placements are Candy and Jessica. Even though Candy didn't do that great of a job, I'm just, whatever. Sure. top 5, the outfit challenge. Oh, and also that the lip sync is still the same. The About Damn Time lip sync. This next lip sync is, oh, and as well as Candy's I'm Not Perfect, but I'm Perfect for You lip sync. This next episode is the outfit challenge. Alexis wins, and this time instead of picking Lala Ree, she chooses Candy Muse, wins the lip sync against Nikki Doll, and eliminates Candy Muse. Because Lala Ree deserves that. So now our top 4 are Alexis Michelle, Jimbo, Jessica Wilde, and Lala Ree. And the thing about it is that now is the Fame Game extravaganza, both the overall thing as well as a talent show is going to happen here. So they do the talent show, and I'm sorry, James is obviously in the top 2 this week. I got to put Monica Beverly Hills. Not a Soul King Clock. The Soul King Clock. The icon. Now, I know it would probably be James versus Candy Muse, but because of the fact that Monica Beverly Hills did that, she is now back in the competition. It's a double win between both of them to Rain On Me, and both of them get brought back into the competition without eliminating anybody. So the next episode is going to be the Carson This Is Your Gay Life roast. And I'm going to give this win to Jimbo. And the high placements this week are going to be James Mansfield and Jessica Wilde. Low placement this week is going to be Lala Ree. And bottom placements are Monica and Alexis. Now, what do we think will happen here? Jimbo wins against Silky to Freakazoid. And I think that she would have still chosen Monica's lipstick. Or she would have chosen Alexis's lipstick. And I'm going to just say, get rid of Alexis. So that's what she does. She gets rid of Alexis Michelle. So Monica is still in the competition, baby. She gets to show what she's worth. Top 5's a makeover. And James Mansfield wins the makeover challenge. And she pulls Monica Beverly Hills lipstick. And Monica Beverly Hills goes home this week to Priyanka for Jumpin' Jumpin'. And as a consolation prize of her getting sent home, she gets the $10,000. Just because, where are we going to put it? There's no Fame Games, really. Because I'm cutting that twist out. I'm going to just say it. I'm cutting that twist out. Like, the $50,000 is great. Lala Ree's not going to win it. So, now our top 4 for the finale. So, episode 11 was the makeover. Episode 12 is now the finale. So, all of them will perform a lip sync to ASMR Lover, whatever. Because that's the song that RuPaul parked and barked. So now we have a chance to see our top 4. James Mansfield, Jessica Wilde, Jimbo, and Lala Ree. And they all will lip sync because they all won a challenge to Do You Wanna Funk by Sylvester and that other guy that I don't know the name of. And I think that the only person that would give Jimbo a run for her money would be probably Lala Ree, because I think Lala Ree could really embody Sylvester's attitude and stuff. We know James and Jessica, they can't really do a whole lot. Jessica can really bust it down, but other than that, it's not going to look natural that she's doing this song. Like it was natural when she did Womanizer or Coconuts. So, and James, for as great as a performer as she is, she's just not necessarily a good lip syncer. Like, she does a good job, but she's more campy than anything. So Jimbo ultimately wins the season, but I'm not mad. And Darian Lake wins the Fame Games. Because of how many people online were foaming at the mouth over Darian Lake's outfits, and I was one of those people. I loved me some Darian, like her misshapen, fed the children. I don't think necessarily that. I think that she would win in this instance. So we have a top four. We had a winner. There's a bug. It's the same bug. I can't kill him. Um, but that's really my take on All Stars. This All Stars format is dead. I don't think we're gonna see it anymore. Um, if I had to guess, the next All Star season, the 8 contestants or 10 contestants or whatever on there, just make it entertaining, and don't make it so obvious that somebody's gonna win. Because these last two All Stars seasons, even the last regular season, we been knew what was gonna happen. Jinx Monsoon was gonna win. Sasha Colby was going to win. And I remember looking at posts where people were like, I love Anitra, and I'm like, you silly bitch. Anitra's not gonna win. It's gonna be Sasha. I don't mean that in a negative way, but all I'm saying is, Lord have mercy. If you didn't think Sasha Colby was gonna win, you'd be out of your damn mind. So Jimbo winning was predictable. I didn't like that she won in such a predictable way. However, yay, Jimbo. Good job. She was my pick to win from day one. So, anyway, I've been Jacob Ferguson, and I'm not going to be really on here much about Drag Race. I do have a new series that I have been workshopping and writing about for my second passion, which is The Wizard of Oz. Um, and looking at the adaptations of The Wizard of Oz and seeing how close they are to the book. So if you guys would like that, leave a comment saying, yeah, sure. I don't know. Um, but I don't really cover international seasons that much. It's not really my thing. I don't have WoW Presents Plus, and even though I keep up with them, like I keep up with, I cannot believe that, I don't want to mispronounce her name, the bearded queen from Drag Race France got eliminated after winning a challenge and with that runway. Um, I don't really do that review aspect of that. The most you'll get out of me is, say, Canada versus the world, UK versus the world. And that's because I just watch recaps of them on YouTube and provide commentary. But I've been Jacob Ferguson. Peace out, y'all.